You know what's coming. The man is a dictator. He's getting away with it because he's not working alone. He's a front for these powerful internationalist forces who put him there. The Republicans are a fake opposition. The Republicans make believe you vote for them, they're going to save the world. When we had them for 8 years, look what they did to us. And we, the people, are like sheeple. And we're sitting here watching the world go round, and we think we can do something. The fact is we have no power. It's all a sham. Look at Romney, the meek. Romney, the milquetoast. Indianapolis, Michelle, you're on the Savage Nation.
Oh, Michael, thank you for being there today, every day. I'm suffering at work. I work in healthcare, and my coworkers were fist bumping each other and grinning from ear to ear, and I thought I was going to throw up, and I don't feel like I can say
Oh, they were
anything.
grinning because it passed? They were grinning because it passed?
Yes. And these are,
right.
Educated, college. I don't understand.
They don't understand. They have no idea that the radical agenda... You see, you got to understand they're brainwashed into believing everything Obama does is for the good of humanity. So, therefore, they would celebrate. They think that he's a messiah.
No lie or uncovered...
That's why I'm going to read from the article. I don't want to fetch and hold. So let me continue a little bit more here and there. The beatniks began America's degeneracy, which Savage says destroyed America's psyche. Then I read into that, right? He recalls his education at Queens College then as being better than what left-wing... He recalls his education at Queens College then as being better than what left-wing ethnic studies majors are receiving at Harvard today. Okay. On top of 2 master's degrees, botany, medical anthropology, and 6 academic books, Savage earned a Ph.D. from the greatest university in America, the University of California at Berkeley in 1978. He was married with 2 young children. He claims he received 200 job rejection letters after getting his Ph.D. Why, he asks rhetorically? Certainly not because I didn't have the academic credentials. I had committed the greater crime. I was not born a black, a Hispanic, and I was not an illegal or a preferred minority. And I wasn't a woman. Because affirmative action had clicked in where white males need not apply. And I must tell you, Stephen, when you're 36 years old and you've killed yourself to support yourself without scholarships, to get 2 master's degrees and a Ph.D., and you have 2 young children, and you're not hired because you're of the wrong race or sexual orientation, it tends to make you think very hard about your society. And then you find out the society is all twisted. I'll never forget, as long as I live, what the ACLU published in those years, the darkest years of my life. They wrote, some people will have to put their lives on hold so that others may advance. That was the ACLU's writings on the issue of not hiring white males. I think that pretty much defines when I became a conservative. A conservative indeed was born. Today it is impossible not to compare Dr. Savage's own struggles with President Barack Hussein Obama, who roughly during the same period of time, from all indications, rode a wave of affirmative action, scholarships, and preferences, all the way from the prestigious Punahou School in Hawaii, Occidental College in Southern California, Columbia, and then Harvard Law School, all very expensive private institutions, eventually marrying a woman who also appears to have been given preference to Princeton, where she wrote a thesis essentially claiming that she was up against it because racism made it so hard for blacks, and despite every advantage and opportunity, apparently never felt pride in the greatest nation on earth until it was enlightened enough to nominate her husband for president. Meanwhile, Savage says he crawled over broken glass and rolled over hot coals to succeed despite having had people scar my body and my soul. So he was a loser, right? Bitter, an angry white male. These might describe Savage during these wilderness years, but the facts do not agree. He is a fighter. He wrote. He persevered. He struggled like a character out of Rudyard Kipling, T.S. Eliot, or Hemingway. So that's important. That's a big part of my life that somebody someday will remember, he states, in reference to the books he published prior to his fame. When Bill Clinton was elected, President Michael Savage, Ph.D., M.A., created a tape of a proposed conservative talk show, unlike Rush Limbaugh's. He sent it to some 200 radio stations. Local San Francisco station hired him. Challenge number 1 coming up. KGO's star was Bernie Ward, a radical leftist. That SOB tried to kill my radio career from the day I started, states Savage. I'd be on the air and I could smell him. He stunk so bad in that other studio at KGO. The story of Bernie Ward and Dr. Michael Savage mirrors his entire career, his life. First, and Ward right now is in a prison, by the way, for child porn. While he used to call me a member of the Ku Klux Klan because I didn't agree with the left-wing fanatics. You know what I'm saying?
Savage.